All right, warm-ups are underway. There's about 50 seconds left, and then we'll be getting started. I don't have my stuff with me today, so I'm just going to be holding the camera. So sorry if this is a little bit jittery, but we'll get going here in a little bit. All right, here we go. Puck is on the near side here on the boards. Reese is going to grab that, driving that forward. She gets it taken away. Up the far side boards. Cora's going to keep that in. Freya to Maddie. Addie's going to hold the line over to Maddie. That's taken away, and West Fargo is going to be puck down. Woo. West Fargo shoots that wide, goes to the near side corner. Now it's back behind their net. Veda grabs that. Veda is driving forward here. It's Veda all alone. Ooh, shot goes a little bit high and wide. Puck's gonna swing over to Ava. Ava shoots wide. Up the boards, Marissa puts it back in behind the net. Natalie picks her up, still behind the net. Veda keeps it in. Puck pops back to Ava. Ava's going to drive forward on the far side with a lot of pressure there. And she sticks with it. She's centering pass over to Henham. And Henham gets a shot on the goalie and she makes a save. We're going to have Reese centering Henham and Freya with Addie and Cora Kaiser at D. All right, face off back to Addie. She gets a shot on net. Goalie covers that one up. Face off, goes behind the boards. West Fargo wraps it around. Cora Holds that one in there, kind of fans on it. It's going to pop out. Over to Addie. Addie up to Reese. Reese is going to dump it in. Freya's going to go chase that on the near boards. Maddie picks the puck off there. She's going to try to get a shot. Lots of traffic. Freya also tries to get a shot. Can't get anything on it. Puck's going to pop out to Marissa. Marissa puts it on the near boards. Abby with a little poke check. It goes back to Ava. Ava tries to get a shot off. That's blocked. She goes for her rebound. Lots of traffic there. Marissa with a little backhand. Evie centers it to Natalie. Ooh, nice save. Goalie's going to cover that up. Lots of pressure there. We're going to have Johannek centering Marissa, Clay, and Evie with Ava and Veda D on this line. All right, puck goes back to Veda. Veda throws it on net, and the goalie's going to cover that one up. Veda tries to do a DDD pass. That is taken. Marissa grabs that. They're going to call that offsides. That was pretty close. Face off. Reese grabs that, and then it's put in deep by Addie. It's behind the boards. Reese goes for that. Comes up the near boards. Fargo's going to try to center that. Cora's got it back behind our net. She passes it up to Henham. Henham tries to get it out. It does not get out. Cora's going to poke that over to the boards, and then it's going to pop out to Reese. Reese to Henham. They're going to be bringing the puck up together here. Maddie's going to take a shot, and the rebound goes wide over to Freya. And Maddie's going to pick that up, then to stay. Reese is going to drive forward, and ooh, thought the goalie was going to stop that, but she did not cover that one up. Puck's going to come all the way back to Cora. Cora over to Henham. Up to Natalie. Taken away by West Fargo. They're going to wrap it around the boards. Natalie knocks that away, back over to Evie. Evie's going to dump it in deep. Marissa goes and picks her up on the near boards here. And puck pops out over. Ava's going to grab that behind our net. She rings it on the boards up to Marissa. Marissa puts it ahead for Natalie. Natalie doesn't have anybody going with her because Abby did a line change. West Fargo gets a little shot off. That's picked up by Veda behind the net on the far corner. Poked back in there. Veda's going to pick it up again. Try to get it past. She's going to wrap it around behind the net. That's picked off by West Fargo. Reese will grab it back in the far corner. Reese up to Freya. Freya missed that pass, went to the West Fargo person, and they put it back in deep. It's behind the net again. Pops over to Henham. West Fargo again keeps it in. We got Hannum trying to get it out. Ava's going to knock that away in front of the net. She's going to put up the boards to Hannum. They get it out, and it's going to be a offsides called on West Fargo. Score is 0-0, 8:12 left of the first period. All right, we got Natalie winning the draw, back to Cora. Cora got tripped up. It's going to go to Addie in the corner, up to Evie. Evie mishandles. Puck is behind our net. West Fargo rings it around the boards. Natalie's got it. She's bringing it up. Natalie all alone here. There you go. Nice goal by Natalie. All right, we got a 1-0 game. Reese is going to win that draw and then go wide with it. Tries to get a little shot off. That goes wide. Hennum grabs it. She tries to center it. That's blocked. Puck on the near side here on the boards. West Fargo is able to get it out. Reese up to Freya. Freya has it knocked away. Back over to Ava. Ava's going to shoot it on net, and the goalie's going to cover that one up. Puck on the near boards here. Marissa has it. She's trying to center it. It's going to be Cora on the far boards. Cora again. Over to Evie. Evie's going to shoot it. Goes wide. Back behind the boards to Evie. Evie centers it. It's picked off. A little poke check by Marissa. She's able to poke that away and keep it in. Natalie puts it towards the net. I don't know why he whistled there, but okay. Puck's going to wrap around the boards, pop out by Ava, and it gets all the way through. West Fargo with a little breakaway. Allie is going to make a nice save there. Whew, another one on there. West Fargo pelting Allie right now. Veda up to Hennum. Hennum's driving by herself over to Reese. Oh, gets it back to her, but lots of traffic. They're going to wrap that around the boards, and Ava gets there in time. She gets it over to Hennum. Hennum tries to center there. That's blocked or knocked away. Hennum again tries to center it. She's got it on the far boards. Maddie looking for somebody. That's intercepted there by West Fargo. Puck's going to come back. Ava's going to grab that and swing behind our net. Puck on the far boards. Evie's got that taken away. Ava has it behind. Ava over to Marissa. Ooh, Natalie's gonna put a little body on that West Fargo girl. Cora's gonna grab that puck that popped out, and she's going to drive. It has it poked away. Natalie grabs it. Puck on the that is going to be an icing. That'll bring it back down. Reese back to Addie, sorry. Addie to Cora, Cora to Henham. Freya with a backhander on net. She's going to cover that up. Stay back to Ava. Ava to Addie to Henham. Nice shot on net. Face off. Reese wins that. Back to Cora. Cora up to Henham. Has that poked away. We have about 4 minutes left of the first period. It's 1-0. Bemidji is up. Kaiser up to Henham. Henham tries to get it over to Stay, unable to. Reese is going to put that up the middle. West Fargo grabs that. And it's Reese over to Henham. Henham up to Freya. Freya pushes through and throws it on the net wide. Puck on the near side here on the boards. West Fargo is going to pick that up. Puck back to Veda. Veda is going to drive up. She dumps it right to the middle to West Fargo. Puck pops back to Ava. Ava is tied up on the boards. She's going to put it up the middle. And we got Marissa trying to win this foot race here. Puck pops back to Veda. Veda up to Evie. It gets out, goes to Henham. Henham over to Natalie. Natalie tries to get a shot off, and that gets blocked. Ooh, they're going to call a penalty there. All right, Bemidji's going to be on the power play here. Puck pops back to Cora. Cora over to Addie. Addie to Henham. Henham pokes it in. Goes back to Cora. Cora up to Reese. Reese gets a little shot off. That's blocked. Henham grabs it on the far side in the corner. Addie over to Reese. Reese is going to take a shot. That gets in Freya's feet, and then Maddie is going to bury that. Maddie on the rebound, so it's 2-0. All right, puck goes back to Veda. Veda to Ava. Ava up to Evie. Evie has it taken away. Oofta. Puck on the near side here. Ava's going to grab it. Up to Evie. Evie tries to poke it through. It's taken away. Evie dumps it deep. Ava's going to put it back down in the corner. And that's going to pop out. Veda's going to grab that. Veda goes hard into the boards, but pops up, luckily. Puck on the far side there. Ooh, it's going to pop out. All right. All right, starting the second period, puck's gonna pop back to Cora. Ooh, she tries to pass it out, but it's blocked. Addie does get it up the ice, and then that's grabbed by West Fargo. Puck's gonna come in. Addie up to Maddie. Ooh, tries to get over to Reese, and that is lots of traffic taken. Nice little shot off by Henham on goal, and they're gonna cover that up. Puck goes behind the net there. Over on the near side, Henham has it. She's going to throw it at the net. That goes a little bit wide. Reese is going to grab it. Reese tries to center. Ooh. Freya ends up with it and gets a shot off. Goalie's going to cover that up. All right, just starting the second period. There's 14 minutes left of the second. It's 2-0. Marissa's going to wrap it behind the net. West Fargo puts it on the far side. Marissa tries to grab that. She's stopped up. Evie grabs it. Evie back to Veda. Veda puts it ahead. Nobody there. Ava's going to pick it up on the boards. Evie laying the body. There's a battle for it on the boards here. Evie tries to center, nobody there. Whew. Henham gets that out. Evie up the boards to Ava. Ava shoots it. Goalie grabs it, but misses it. It's in the corner for Henham. Henham centers it, and Freya gets a nice shot on net. And it's back behind the net. Reese is going to pick them up. On the near boards here, we've got the puck popping out to Cora. Cora up to Freya. Reese grabs that. He's going to send it across the ice to Henham, who's wide open. Ooh, nice shot by Henham. Goalie grabs that. She kept it in play, though. Puck is still loose there. Reese tried to get a shot off. Ooh, that's going to pop back over to Addie. Addie's going to send it up the boards to Freya. Freya tries to pass to Marissa, but Marissa misses that one. It's going to go back to Addie. Addie gets tied up on the boards over there. Puck's going to go back to Natalie. Evie to Veda. Veda over to Natalie on the near boards. Puck's back in the corner. Marissa battling on the boards here on the near side. Evie tries to get a shot off. Puck's gonna pop back to Kaiser. Cora sees the wide open ice. She's just gonna go for it. There's a hook and a, ooh, nice shot. Cora takes a shot. Henham tries to center it, that's picked off. Cora's gonna grab that over to Henham. Henham takes a shot, goalie's gonna grab that. All right, face off. Reese is gonna win that. Reese back to Veda. Veda taps it back in. That's gonna be sent out by West Fargo. Ava over to Veda. Veda up to Freya. Freya over to Henham. Oh, Henham tries to get it to Reese, but gets tipped and doesn't quite get there. Ava's gonna hold it on the boards here on the near side. Ava and Henham in there. Reese is gonna get in and get some too. Puck's gonna pop out. Veda centers it up the middle. There's nobody there. Ava's gonna take a little rip at it. Goalie's gonna save that one. 8:57 left of the second period. It's 2-0. Face off went Natalie to Evie. Evie tried to get a shot off. Evie up to Marissa. Marissa pins it on the boards. Puck's gonna pop back over to Cora. Ooh. Behind the net, Addie has it up the boards to Marissa. That's picked off. Cora has it behind the boards. It's gonna go Cora on her own. Cora's shot goes wide. And that's going to be a goal. All right, West Fargo just got a goal, so it is 2-1. Second period, 7:24 left. Puck on the near boards here. It's going to be Ava over to Reese, Reese to Ava. Ava's still working it up the boards. Reese is going to come away with it. Reese is going to go along to, ooh, Henham had a nice little play there, but didn't quite get it. Whew. We have a 3-on-1 here. Their shot goes wide. Veda has that taken away. Puck's gonna pop up to Freya. Freya puts it up the boards, doesn't quite get out. Over to Reese. Reese has that poked away, then to Freya. Freya, more action on the boards here. Reese trying to work it out here. Over to Ava. Ava has it picked off. Now over to the far boards. We got Henham trying to work it out. Taken away by West Fargo. West Fargo centers. Ava tries to get it out, and that's probably should have been a penalty there on Ava. Oofta. Reese is going to have it in the corner here. Hopefully we can just get it out. There we go. Skate, Maddie. Nice pass from Reese to Henham. She's going to make a move and a goal. Henham all by herself from a beautiful pass from Reese. Puts the score at 3-1. All right, face off. Goes back to the D. The D move it ahead. That's going to be picked off by Addie. Addie gets a nice little shot on net there. West Fargo wraps it around the boards over there, and Addie's going to go to the box for a penalty on that one. All right, we're going to be 5-on-4 here. Bemidji on the penalty kill. We got Addie in the box, 2 minutes for checking. Puck behind the net. Ava grabs that. She's going to skate it. Puck on the far side. Reese grabs it. She wraps it around for Henham. Henham's going to put it all the way down. It's going to be icing. Face off with Cora grabbing the puck behind the net. It's Cora to Natalie. Natalie by herself, lots of traffic. Beta with a nice little poke check. Marissa grabs it, tries to get on the boards, it doesn't get out. Whew. West Fargo with it back to their point. Ooh, nice save by Allie down there. Over to Cora. Cora is going to put on the Jets here. And that's a goal. That'd be shorthanded. It's now 4-1. Reese back to Cora. Cora over to Ava. Ava to nobody. Reese putting some pressure on there. Puck's going to pop back over to Ava. Ava's going to drive forward with a shot. Little blocker save there. Over to Henham. Henham tries to center. Ooh, that's going to pop back out to Cora. Cora over to Henham. Henham with a nice shot on net. Puck's gonna pop over to Ava. Ava shoots it, that gets blocked. Try to center it, there's some traffic there. Ava's shot goes wide back in the corner. Marissa grabs it, she's gonna send it back around the boards over to Evie. Evie centers it, that's picked off. Natalie's gonna grab that. Evie's shot is grabbed by the goalie, goes a little bit wide. And West Fargo's gonna drive forward here. Picked up Natalie with a little poke check. Evie with it behind the net. Evie tried to get it up to Marissa. Marissa wasn't there, so then West Fargo took it away. They got a little shot off. Evie up to Natalie, hit her in the skates. Evie up to Marissa. Marissa's gonna put it in the zone. Cora with it by herself there. Oofta. We got offsides. All right, there's only 22 seconds left here of the second. It's 4-1. Cora's gonna grab that, tries to get it forward, goes to Freya. Freya up the boards, caught up here. It's gonna go all the way through. Reese is gonna grab that. Reese to Henham. Oh, nice pass. And that's gonna do it for the second period. We'll be back for the third. All right, we're starting the third period here. Scores 4-1. Puck goes back to Veda. Then to Evie. Evie's gonna throw it on the boards, try to move it forward. It's on the near side here. It's caught up. Ava's gonna take it behind the net. Marissa's gonna drive that puck in. She's trying to center it. All right, they're calling a penalty on them. I don't know what it's for. It was out of the play, but anyway. All right, well, Addie's going to take a shot on net. That was blocked. And now the puck's going to pop out, and that's going to be an icing. Face up, Reese. Back to Addie. Addie's going to put a shot on net, and that's covered up. Freya centers that. That's picked off. West Fargo is going to dump it in. It's going to be Cora with it behind the net. Cora has it poked away. Freya's going to pick that up. Freya over to Cora, but Cora wasn't quite ready for that. On the far boards now, it goes up the boards. Henham over to Reese. Veda's going to poke it back down on the near side in the corner. Up the boards over to Veda. Veda's able to hold the zone there. She tries to get a shot off. Can't get much on it. Puck's going to pop out. Over to Cora. Oh. Cora throws it in deep. That's going to be an icing. Face off. Ooh. Marissa's going to grab that one. Here comes Marissa. Oh, Evie hits the post on the rebound. Ava fires one wide. Puck's going to pop out. That was a wide open net for Evie. Bummer. Ava. Tied up on the boards over there. Nice read there by Veda. Evie's going to try to put it up the boards. It's taken away. Evie up to Natalie. Natalie has that one taken away. And then West Fargo's going to grab that. They pick it off. Little save by Allie. All right, it's 11:33 left of the third period, 4-1. Cora has it behind the net. Cora over to Addie. Addie up to Henham. Henham up for Reese. Reese to Freya. Freya mishandles a little bit. She's going to have it in the near corner here. Over to Addie. Addie to Henham. Ooh, nice shot by Henham. Nice save by the goalie. Glove save. On the far boards, Cora's going to put it in deep behind the net. Freya's gonna go grab that. Freya centers it. That's picked off by West Fargo. And then that puck's gonna pop out. Cora's gonna pick that off. We got Cora over to Freya, to Reese. Lots of traffic there. Reese can't get a shot off. Reese over to Addie. To Hannum. Hannum tries to get a shot. She can't get it. That's going to be offsides. Face-off goes Natalie to Evie, Evie to Ava. Ooh, nice save by Allie. Puck's tied up on the far boards there. Evie is able to get it. I don't think it's going to make it there. It's going to be an icing. Face off. West Fargo gets a little shot off, but doesn't get on net there. Sorry, I had a phone call there, so I stopped the play. Reese with a beautiful pass to Hennum. Ooh. All right, we're gonna go on the power play again. West Fargo, I don't know if they had a roughing, I think he called it. Cora's gonna put the puck in deep behind the net. Reese behind the boards behind the net battling for it. Reese has it, she's looking for Hennum. Oh, beautiful pass to Maddie. Maddie gets a one-timer off, goalie makes a nice save. Freya with a shot on net. Ooh, Reese with a nice shot on net. Puck is behind our net. They wrap it around on the far side. Goes to Cora. Cora puts it back in behind the net. Reese is going to pick that up. Reese with a nice shot, nice blocker save by the West Fargo goalie. Puck is pinned up over on the far side now. Miss West Fargo's girl gonna misstep a little bit, and Cora's able to hold the zone. Puck goes back down on the near side to Reese. Intercepted and blocked by West Fargo. Then Addie's gonna take a shot on net, and they're gonna cover that up. Face-off goes into the corner, it's centered, but it's picked off there. Ava's able to hold the zone. She takes a shot, that goes high. Puck's gonna go pop out to Ava. Ava is going to push it up the boards, tries to center it, that's picked off. Evie over to Veda. Veda's gonna try to shoot, that goes wide. Natalie to Ava. Goalie covers that one up. Face off. Natalie over to Evie. Evie back to D, to Ava. Ava takes a shot, it goes wide. Puck's on the near side now, on the boards. Ava's gonna have it behind the net. And they try to center it. Evie up to Marissa. Marissa's able to fight through, and Ava grabs that, jangles a few people, has it poked away. Then it goes over to Henham. Henham's gonna drive in. Puck pops back to Cora. Cora's gonna take a little shot, that goes wide. Up the boards to Addie. Addie's gonna put it back in deep behind the net. On the far side. It's on the boards there. Cora tries to get a shot off. All right, there is 4:57 left of the third period. It's 4-1. All right, puck's gonna pop over to Addie. Addie up to Freya. Freya to Reese. Right at the line there. Not much space for Cora to get a good shot off, but she does get it on net, and the goalie's gonna cover that up. All right, West Fargo's able to center it and bring it up. They have it on the far side now, looking for somebody. They get a shot off. Allie makes a nice save. Cora's gonna pick it up behind our net. Cora's driving forward. Cora to Reese. Reese gets through, and then it's caught up here. Evie over to Reese. Reese with a nice shot at net. West Fargo with it in the corner. Ava's got it behind her net. She puts it up the boards to Marissa. Start going. Marissa's gonna put it in deep. Evie over to Marissa. Marissa with a nice shot. Nice save by the goalie there. Evie up to Natalie. That's going to be offsides. All right. Picked off there, and then West Fargo grabs it. They pass it wide. Cora's going to grab that on the boards here. Cora looking for a lane, looking for a lane. Ooh, we're offsides. All right, face up is Reese back to Cora. Cora up to Maddie. That's picked off by West Fargo. West Fargo's going to try to put it in deep here. Cora's got it behind our net. It's Cora. Has it picked off. Nice save by Allie. She's just going to lay down on it. All right. Marissa moving the puck forward. Veda tries to bring it ahead. She gets tripped up. Veda has it behind the net. She gives it up to Evie. There's just lots of traffic there. Pokes back into the corner. That's Veda. Veda gets it in the deep in the corner. Is Evie getting a goal? Evie's gonna get a checking penalty. All right, well, we're at 5-on-4 because Evie got a penalty. And we've got Reese to Henham. That's going to be an icing. And we've got 20 seconds left, so. And that is going to do it. A 4-1 win.